All right, let's end this week on a bright spot. I see some of the games you have here. As Christmas is in the books, now it's about seeding, pride. Jets, Giants, still terrible. All right, J-Mac, you ready to go? Tomorrow's headlines today. Let's start with a game. I like the over in this one. Tomorrow's headlines today. Cardinals, Bengals on Fox.
Yeah, it should be a good, fun game, especially if you're a Bengals fan. The headline for Bengals victory will be Frosty the Joe Man was a swaggy, happy QB. Give me Joe Burrow going off in this one against the hapless Cardinals. Colin, if you've seen the Arizona injury report these last few weeks, they just shutting everybody down. This is a soft tank without a doubt. And Burrow should put another 30, 40 points on the board easily.
All right.
I watched this team last week, the Cardinals, try to fight early, and then they just didn't have it. They don't have the dudes to get to. They couldn't pressure Kirk Cousins last week. How are they going to get to Burrow? I think Burrow goes off big game. The only redeeming quality here is my fantasy team needs big points from Trey McBride. The Bengals, Colin, once again, are the worst team in the league defending tight ends. They give up the most receptions, yards, and touchdowns. Trey McBride, he could go for like 15 catches for 200 yards. Seriously, he's having a great season, underrated. But give me the Bengals big here.
Tomorrow's headlines today. I like the Seahawks to win. I think the Panthers are playing much better than people want to admit because nobody watches the Panthers outside of the state. What do you say?
Listen, this is a good game. It actually means a lot. I know people are saying it doesn't mean much because you need this momentum. Carolina's alternated wins and losses since like October. The headline for Panthers hosting the Seahawks will be Sugar and Bryce make everything nice. Panthers turn Sam into ham. Yes, I'm rolling with you, Colin, on this one. I think this is a fun one. Dave Canales, by the way, head coach of the Carolina, spent about a decade in Seattle. Spent a lot of time there. People thought maybe he would be one of their future coaches. Now he obviously is leading Carolina to glory in Carolina. And I think Seattle, we've got a little bit of data on these West Coast teams traveling east late in the season.
Yeah.
Okay? You're worn down. It's holiday stuff going on. And this is a game out of division. It's like, oh, man, all we got to do is worry about Week 18. I think Seattle slips up here. I've got some Carolina money line. Final stat, Colin, if you really want to get interesting and you think both teams are going to play cautious so nobody gets hurt, take a look at the under in this game. Remember, by the way, the Rams went to Carolina recently and lost outright. So Carolina can be plucky with that run game.
Also, the Seahawks were in a wild game with the Rams, 90 defensive snaps. So it's, Seahawks to be a bit dinged up. All right, tomorrow's headlines today. Oh, Lord, actually has ramifications here. It's like the best awful game of the year, Giants at the Raiders.
This is big, especially if you're a draft Nick. I know you and I both like the draft a lot. This is a huge swing game. It's on in the late window. There's only 2 games in the late window. The headline for Raiders Giants will be Merry Blitzmas. G-men get binged by Crosby. Obviously, we need Max Crosby to play. That would be huge. He is a very tough cookie coming off the edge. He had a good game last week against Houston. I think the Raiders win this outright, Colin. We got 2 teams with 9 straight losses, but one of them, the Giants. I've seen a lot of quit in that team recently, okay? I know a couple players made some nice plays last week against the Vikings. Colin, like you said, Jackson Dart didn't throw a pass for like the first 15 plays. They're worried about him getting hurt again.
Yeah.
And offensively, they can't do anything. I think the Raiders show up here at home. By the way, Pete Carroll, he's a prideful guy. He's an old guy. He ain't going out soft and not trying. He's got these guys amped up. I think the Raiders win a close one here.
All right, tomorrow's headlines today. This is a really good game. Eagles at the Bills on Fox. The world loves Buffalo.
Yes.
I worry about that run defense. And Saquon Barkley, 3 straight weeks, looks a little like last year's Saquon. What say you?
Well, I think part of the reason everybody loves the Bills is because Josh Allen getting points or under a field goal favored, he's like automatic. However, the headline for Bills hosting the Eagles will be Jingle L's, Allen lays an egg.
Yeah.
Now listen, the big one here is Jalen Carter, that beast in the middle, probably the best defensive tackle in the league. So the 2 of the games he missed, Colin, Jackson Dart ran wild against him, and Justin Herbert ran wild, both over 50 yards rushing. Well, you're like, oh, Josh Allen can do that. However, Carter is back practicing. They expect him to play. Carter and Jordan Davis in the middle. You're not moving those guys, man. It's really tough to run up the middle against this Philadelphia defense. And, oh, by the way, you watched that game last week. Josh Allen turned an ankle against the Browns.
They couldn't do anything.
He didn't scramble once in the second half. They took x-rays. Now, he was a full participant in practice today, moments ago. So they are expecting him to be fine. I don't expect them to jeopardize their playoff run by getting another ankle injury. I don't expect many runs from him. I think the Eagles can win this. And, Colin, I know you watched them against the Raiders and Washington. It's like, who cares? Those teams stink. But they're looking different. Empty sets, right? And then a lot of play action under center. Jalen Hurts, a lot of shotgun this season. He's moved under center a lot now, and it's throwing the defense off. Are they going to run or are they going to pass the play action? So I like the wrinkles the Eagles have done here. And I think Monday we'll be talking about, can the Bills really win the Super Bowl after they lose to the Eagles?
All right, you and I have never had a segment where we agreed on 3 picks. This could be a historic moment to cap the 2025 season. Actual agreement. Tomorrow's headlines today, Bears at the Niners. I mean, the Niners, McCaffrey wobbling into the game off a 27-touch affair. What do you got for me?
So is there homerism? You like the Bears here, right? Big game. The headline for Bears 49ers will be rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy Sunday night. Give me Brock Purdy and the Niners, Colin. I know, short week. They were just on Monday Night Football, but I love me some Brock Purdy. And I do think that Robert Saleh's defense will do just enough here to slow down Caleb. I'm going to remind you guys, Brock Purdy's offense, by the way, hasn't punted in, I believe it's 4 weeks.
Yeah, and the secondary hasn't had many sacks in the same period.
That's a great point. They are last in the league in sacks.
The D-line just does not generate. The secondaries, Bosa, Warner, their front sevens just doesn't generate pass rushes.
Yeah, so they're second to last in pressure rate, second to dead last in sacks. They're just not getting to the quarterback. So you're thinking, oh, Caleb will have success. But Saleh's tweaking what he's doing on the back end. They're mixing up coverages, and quarterbacks are kind of struggling. Now, Rivers did not struggle for much of that game until the end when he threw the pick 6. So I'm guessing we see some points here, but I'm going to bet on Brock Purdy in that offense. By the way, last year in this spot, 38-13, Niners put it on them. And the Niners were good last year. They didn't have McCaffrey. Brock Purdy and Jawan Jennings cooked. Final stat, Rome Odunze just ruled out moments ago. He will not play. Luther Burden is back. That's a good get back. He could beat the 49ers deep. But I got to rock with the better quarterback, and I got to rock with the better head coach in this one in the Niners.
Imagine you think those are wide margins. Okay.
I mean, Brock Purdy is a proven winner.
Okay.
And Kyle Shanahan's one of the best coaches in the league. I like Ben a lot. Caleb's got some upside, but...
Just check the weather forecast. It's been cloudy in California.
By the way, if San Fran wins this, that sets up for week 8. We need San Fran to win this. So there's some drama. There's no drama around the league. If San Fran faces Seattle next week, week 18, and they win, they're the number 1 seed.
How lucky are we at Fox? We got the Bills-Eagles game.
That's a
a great game.